The way we might reduce stigma and get more people to seek care. Most mental health patients have been put on 9, 10, even a dozen or more medications to treat their symptoms. What if we could unlock the mystery of our brain and find a way to get a better diagnosis, a better understanding, and a better treatment? The answer may lie in neuroscience, and some of the leading research is happening in Roanoke at the Virginia Tech Carilion Research Institute.
How we approach illness, how we try to understand the illness, but along the way, how we take care of an illness.
On every Thursday this March, doctors and students gathered on the third floor of the Virginia Tech Carilion Research Institute. One night, visiting neurologist Dr. Helen Mayberg shows off results of her research that she may have found the part of the brain responsible for major depression.
Why was it relieving motor symptoms?
Brodmann Area 25 is in our cerebral cortex, and Mayberg explains this area is like a transformer in a neighborhood, trying to activate the parts in our brain that affect mood and then our behaviors.
It's a system where when some lines are out, the transformer tries to be smart to send the signal around another way, and that causes a problem in its own right.
She says she has a treatment called deep brain stimulation. A wire placed across Area 25 is tuned to a certain frequency that gets the transformer, that tiny area in our brain, to calm down. Her patients feel like a weight has been lifted. The tension is gone, allowing them to achieve what others might consider routine, washing dishes or cleaning the garage.
One of the best comments that one of our profoundly successful patients has said is back at work, a youngish woman in her 30s, said, "I always thought when I was depressed, people would always ask me to rate my mood 0 to 10. It's taken me a year with the stimulator to realize that's the wrong question. The scale is -10 to +10, and my goal is to spend most of my time at 0.
In a corner office at the Research Institute, Dr. Warren Bickel is exercising his legs on a desk treadmill. But as the director of the Addiction Recovery Research Center, he's investigating if the brains of addicts can be trained to better cope with intense cravings.
We think one of the most important variables is how people can value the future. Can they have future plans and work toward them, or are they stuck in the immediate moment and unable to delay gratification?
Bickel asked his research participants to predict their future. For someone without an addiction, they'd look nearly 5 years into the future. For heroin addicts, just 9 days. Mental illness and addiction often go hand in hand. They're called co-occurring disorders. And just as mental illness needs to be treated long-term, Bickel says addiction is the same, and treatment cannot stop after rehab.
I think we need to recognize that addiction is a chronically relapsing disorder, and therefore it needs treatment that is enduring.
The treatment going on here is as simple as playing games on a computer, training the brain to have a better working memory. So you aren't just searching to satisfy the addiction.
Problem drinkers, and they just had them do working memory training, right, in a person control group, and it suppressed how much they drank.
Those of us who are neuroscientists and are doing brain research like to start off by having a very open mind about trying to understand what causes these disorders and not attribute causality to the person's choice.
Amazing to think.